Well, we got 92L now, Invest 92L for our Eastern Atlantic system. And it has become better organized at the surface, at least. I mean, a scat showed a closed low level circulation a few hours ago. I mean, some progress to low levels, but upper levels, convection has kind of died out. But that is pretty normal for these developing systems. NAC now says 30% during the next 48 hours and 70% during the next 7 days. Um, GEPS enablers take it more westward, keep it weaker in general. Westward will allow more westward for the system. Some of the models have been backing off on the troughing that has been developing around 60 west and 4 to 5, 6 days. So that also forced the models more westward. Um, GFS enablers, I mean, now take it very close to the islands. I mean, throughout the 8, 9, 10 day period, I mean, you see these stronger models definitely take it more northward into the troughing. Well, um, a weaker system is more westward. I'm thinking it will probably be weaker. I mean, it's going to take its time to form. Conditions ain't going to be perfect. I mean, we're talking about June in the MDR and the Central Atlantic. It's going to have to deal with some sheer dry air, of course. Um, look at the intensity models. It's some of these models are insane. I mean, Cat 2 to Cat 4. I mean, I doubt it. I think it's most likely going to be a low end Cat 1 as it moves towards the Leeward Islands, potentially hitting the Leeward Islands. I mean, it's looking pretty likely right now. Um, let's look at here's the GFS at 48 hours, 1008. We also got a low pressure expected to come off the east coast around this period. We're watching energy out on Central America. We can show you this, which is right here. You can start seeing convection trying to form down here. This is our Western Caribbean system, which I doubt it's gonna form, but hey, it's worth watching. Um, let's go to 72 hours. 994 millibars. I doubt it forms this fast. I mean, I could see a tropical storm by this time, but not a borderline hurricane. Uh, 995 at 96, more or less levels out. 120 is 991. 144, 983, possibly a hurricane based on the GFS. 168, 970. This is as long as I'm going to go. And more or less, it takes the Caribbean system and tries to form it off the East Coast at this time. I doubt it. Let's look at the CMC, which is about right there at 168 hours. Much weaker, much more believable. Uh, the Icon, 1000, moves it into the leeward. It tries to form a nurse behind it. I mean, doubtful, but hey, I mean, this is an extraordinary season. Um, ECMWF up to 90 hours. I mean, it's 1005. Right now, I'm going to say something. I think 40%, maybe 50% in the next 48 hours, and probably 90% in the next 7 days. This thing is almost a shoe in. I mean, I'd be shocked if it doesn't form, and I think it has potential to be a hurricane for the, the Leeward Islands, but a very minimal one, or maybe even a tropical storm. And I think there's going to be more ridging. I mean, to the north, there's going to be a last troughing. But I don't see this thing making it to the East Coast because obviously there's been a semi-permanent troughing around 75 to 80. And I think it rides up. I think it rides up that, and that's what I think right now. There's a system in the Eastern Pacific, has 30% in the next 7 days. And it actually looks better tonight. Look at that. Clear out MLC convection, some outflow to the south. Right now, I'm going to give it a 20% in the next 48 hours and a 50% in the next 7 days. Conditions will probably become less favorable by early to mid next week, but I wouldn't be totally shocked if we do get something out of this based on current trends. We'll have to see. But anyway, it's going to stay offshore. Um, Anything that forms in the Caribbean or heads for Florida will probably be on the weaker side. I'll give it a 10% just to be fair. Models are persistent. That's your tropical update for tonight.